Ah, you're here. I'm glad you could join me today. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Abhishek Dikshit and I'm a pastry chef by profession. Photography is my hobby alongside a couple others. And I'm making this video exclusively for my fellow group members of the Facebook group called Photography is Art. Before we start, I would like to thank Nick Prime for allowing me to make this video. So thank you, Nick. Saying that, let's get on with it and we start having a look what I did, how I did. Let's do it. So before we start, let's have a look at all the equipment we are going to need, and after that we'll do the setup. So as you can see, I've got everything lying on the table. Let's start with the tripod. You will need a tripod to set your camera on. I've got a camera, external flash, wireless flash triggers, a cable release, subject as an apple, water spray bottle, a snoot self-made, and a stand for my apple. Yep, I just use whatever I can get my hands on and improvise. For example, this snoot is just made with a thick A4 paper. I've just wrapped it around my lens and covered it with rubber band and taped it. That's it. And as you might have noticed, I haven't told you any names of these things because that's all irrelevant. It does not matter which brand you use. It just have to be a camera, a flash trigger and a cable release. Simple as that. But if you do want to know what it is, you can find all that information in the description. And now let's do the setup. Okay. That's a lovely snoot. Cable release. The reason we need a cable release is because I'm going to hold the flash with my hand, and sometimes it's not possible for me to hold the flash at the right place and click the shutter on the camera. That's why cable release gives me enough length, for example. So that's that there. This. Here goes my apple. And now, before I do anything further, I need to see how I position it. So I positioned the apple as I wish in the photograph. Now I'm going to make sure that this is on manual focus. My lens is on manual focus. It's already there. I'm going to focus the apple right now, looking in the display. And as you can see, the apple is now in focus. Maybe a little bit more adjustment. Yep, it's in focus now. I'll double check. Yeah. Maybe a little bit more adjustment. Yes, now it's in focus. You could zoom in through these two buttons, or you can zoom into the apple and then make sure it's completely in focus, which it is now. I forgot to tell you, I'm doing this all in manual mode, as you can see here. Manual. And that's what I'm doing in manual because that will allow me to change each and every setting as I wish. Now that we've got our focus and the subject in place, let's go to the settings in the camera now. As you can see, the back panel of my camera, my shutter speed here says 1/200 and f-stop 4 and ISO auto. That means when we look in the display, we see this. So let's start changing things. I'm going to keep the shutter speed 1/200 because that is the maximum sync speed of my flash. I'm not going to change that. And I'm going to change f-stop to 11. Oops, sorry. So f-stop to 11. That way most of my apple is going to be in focus, and the ISO, I'm going to turn it to 100. This way we have absolutely no light whatsoever. When we look now in the display, it's completely black. We don't see anything at all in the photograph. As compared to before, when we could see everything that's in front of the camera, but now after changing these settings, we have absolutely black display. So what happens now? We just need to add extra light to this blackness on the spot what we want in the photograph, which in this case is apple. Now next thing I'm going to do is turn my wireless flash triggers on and spray the apple with water. I mean, you could do it without water, but from last time I know that without water the photograph is not as lively as with water. Why that is, I don't know, but it's simply so. So I'm going to do that right now. So I'm just going to turn the triggers on and turn the flash on, because if we don't turn the flash on, it's not going to work. Yep. My flash is set at 1/16. I know I've said 1/32 in the comments on the description of the photograph. I'm just going to go with 1/16. So these two are ready. Let me just try if it works. Yep, the flash fires with the camera, so that's good. And now I'm gonna simply spray the apple. Keep in mind not too much, because it can get too much very quickly. So yeah, that looks good. So now we're just going to shoot. I placed the flash on top of the apple. It's too bright, far too bright. Okay, in that case I'll go a bit higher, again too bright. So I'm going to tune it down back to 1/32. Let's see what we get now. Better, but still not the same. A bit more high. Okay, I'm getting far too much reflection of this pot. And so Houston, we have a problem. I don't get the same photograph as I took. So what did I do different this time? Okay, first of all, I'm shooting with this camera. Last time I shot with the one which is recording the video right now. That's a full frame USR. This is 600D. Probably that causes a difference, maybe, because I've heard that crop sensor cameras have more sensitivity to light. That means I need to tune down the settings a little bit. I'm going to go, instead of f11, maybe f16, and then try again. So now we are at f16. I'm gonna try again. Looks better, but I'm still getting all those reflections here. Okay, one more thing. There are a lot of water drops here, which needs to be cleaned. My mistake. Completely my mistake. Should learn from my mistakes. I'm going to just carefully wipe them off. I don't want to move it. So that's the benefit of working in the kitchen. You've got all the things around you. I'm just going to double check if the focus is still there. Yeah, seems good. Yep. Okay, f16, 100 ISO 1/200. Let's see after wiping the plate. Much better, but I'm still getting this reflection on the edge, which means I need to narrow down the beam. Okay, for that I have another self-made solution. I'm not going to use this snoot. Many years ago I made this one with the cardboard, much more narrower. So I'm just going to put that on my... As you can see, this is also DIY stuff. It's easy to make, nothing special. All the settings are still same, 1/200, f16, ISO 100. So let's try it again. that's the interesting part. I mean, you can always try new things. And let's see. Bingo. It's a little tiny bit overexposed. For that, I'm going to just move my flash a bit further up. Probably a little bit more up. A centimeter maybe. I think that is it. Okay, I still have that little bit reflection in the bottom. So I'm going to try and tilt my flash a little bit away so it falls only on the apple. Nope. Well, that's a nice one though. That's not a bad photograph at all, I must say. But let's concentrate on the subject. I just hit my tripod. So let's see. Got it. Got it. And that's the photo. I'll show you in a second. And here you go. Look at that. We've got it. We've got the photograph. I mean, it looks a bit overexposed in the video, but I'm going to put the original photo on the screen as well, directly. And yeah, we've got it. It looks like a rising moon. So that's it. We've got our photograph. We had a little bit problem there. Honestly, they were genuine problems. I probably forgot which snoot I used, and setting wise, that was all honest. I had to change here to f16 instead of f11 as originally, but that just goes on to say that you need to try, you need to change your settings sometimes. If it doesn't work, then you try, change settings, change lighting. In the end, we got there. I hope you liked it. Now I have another photograph with a green apple. Yeah, I shot this in landscape mode just so I have an option. I can always crop it to the portrait mode if I need. Otherwise, I can use it as landscape mode as well. That's not the point. I mean, I have red apple, green apple. I can decorate on two opposite walls, but that's all apart. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much for watching. Thanks for asking about it. And I have as much fun making videos as I have making photographs. So thank you once again. Thanks for the admins of this group for allowing me to do this. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment or ask me either below in this video or on Facebook. You are all welcome. That's it. Do let me know how did you like it. Thank you. Till next time. Tata.